News when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Monica Rix. President Trump has started his high-stakes trip to Asia as trade tensions loom. His first stop, Malaysia, where the president attended a signing ceremony for the expansion of a ceasefire between Cambodia and Thailand, a deal Trump took credit for.
If I can take time and save millions of lives, that's really a great thing. I can't think of anything better to do.
A big focus of Trump's trip will now be his meeting with China's President Xi Jinping next week, and the president says he thinks there's a really good chance of making a comprehensive deal.
I want our farmers to be taken care of, and he wants things also. We're going to be talking about fentanyl, of course. Fentanyl is killing a lot of people.
Secretary of Treasury Scott Bessent was part of a delegation working on a framework for a trade deal and says the U.S. and China discussed a number of issues from soybean purchases and TikTok to trade and rare earth exports. China's also renewed a push for the U.S. to change its policy that it doesn't support Taiwan's independence. But Secretary of State Marco Rubio has already said the Trump administration will not abandon its longstanding support for Taiwan to reach an agreement. Canada's anti-tariff ad just got them in more trouble with the U.S. Bloomberg's Ed Kalegi tells us President Trump is raising tariffs.
President Trump said he's increasing U.S. tariffs on Canada by 10% in response to an anti-tariff advertisement by the province of Ontario. Trump's Truth Social post follows days of public clashes over the ad, which invoked former President Ronald Reagan's stance as a free trader and triggered the current U.S. president's ire, prompting him to suspend trade negotiations with Canada. Trump said Saturday, quote, "Because of their serious misrepresentation of the facts and hostile act, I am increasing the tariff on Canada by 10% over and above what they are paying now." Ed Kalegi, Bloomberg Radio.
Melissa has intensified and is now pummeling the Caribbean as a Category 4 hurricane. Folks in Jamaica are quickly boarding up their homes, stocking up on supplies, and preparing for a direct hit.
We do what we have to do, and we pray for the Lord's coverage, and that we will have, even though property may be damaged, but at least no loss of life.
Melissa's already proven deadly in Haiti and the Dominican Republic, where at least 4 people have died. Forecasters predict the hurricane will reach Category 5 before making landfall in Jamaica. At least 2 arrests have been made now in Paris, a week following that brazen crown jewel heist at the Louvre Museum. French police say they nabbed at least 1 suspect at an airport when he was trying to make a getaway to Algeria. But they're still searching for other thieves on that team as the Louvre moves to secure its remaining jewels at the Bank of France. That vault holds 90% of the country's gold reserves. New Yorkers are headed to the polls in droves now for early voting in the city's mayoral race.
Wanted to get here prior to Election Day because it gets very crowded.
Not a bad plan. Election officials say nearly 80,000 people checked in on the first day of early voting, 5 times more than 4 years ago. Election Day is November 4th. Disney's warning viewers their favorite shows and programming on ESPN and ABC could go dark on YouTube TV this week when a deal between them is set to expire. NFL, NHL, and NBA coverage could all be affected. The companies have been in talks about rates for the programming, but still haven't reached an agreement. And that's News When You Want It with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Monica Rix, and this is Bloomberg.